97 Takashi Babe Ruth is here in MLB The Show 22. You get him for collecting 8 of the Takashi series cards. But today we're not just going to debut the card, we're going to really weigh the question if he is worth the 400k he costs at this point in the game. We're going to compare him to the other players at his positions, go through the other options you have in the game at this point, and really decide if he is worth throwing on your team for that 400k price point. Let's look at the attributes and see what type of card we are looking at. Here are the attributes. As you see, he plays all over the outfield and he plays first base. I realistically see him being used as a first base option for majority of people, especially for those folk who don't have Frank Thomas yet. Thing is, the hitting attributes are all above 100. That's top tier at this point in the game. Vision pretty well rounded. The fielding is a little low, but again, for this type of hitting, it's worth. And if you play him at that primary right field, that silver fielding won't be terrible compared to that 57 speed. I mean, David Justice, who had 84 fielding and 49 speed with parallel 4, still kind of has some problems making some plays in the gaps. So Babe Ruth may not cover many gaps. However, the bat is such a good bat. I think he's worth throwing in your outfield if you need to. But we're going to compare him to the other players at the positions he plays and weigh if he's really worth using in comparison to those. First, we're going to look at first base. And this is going to be, again, like I mentioned, the primary position for him. He is a bad fielder. He's not going to be someone you want to throw in the outfield unless you literally have to. However, you look at him in comparison to Frank Thomas, other than the core hitting attributes, everything else in Babe Ruth's favor. The speed, not by much, the fielding, and he's a lefty if you are someone who is looking for that lefty bat in your lineup. Frank is my favorite hitter at this point in the game. This is how top tier all of his hitting attributes are, and that vision is also very underrated. However, parallel 5 Frank Thomas, you take away the 5 parallels. The only thing that I think he beats Babe Ruth out in is the power versus left, which power versus left is kind of big. You're facing a lot of left-handed pitching at this point in ranked with guys like David Price, Dallas Keuchel, Randy Johnson. A lot of lefties at this point in the game. However, that may change with time with our new Future Star program dropping. Maybe there'll be a couple really good righties. Thus, Babe Ruth would be valuable for that left-handed bat. And honestly, the hitting is going to be really good. I mean, he's going to be very close to Frank Thomas, and maybe in some scenarios, depending on how you do with Frank, better. However, if you have Frank, probably worth keeping him there and then putting Babe Ruth in the outfield. A good comparison comes with him and Carlos Delgado. Looking at these two cards side by side, I saw a lot of people talk about yesterday how they were kind of questioning if Delgado is worth stashing away as a 97 overall. You're locking him in for a collection for another 97 overall. However, overalls do not tell the whole story as the attributes show between these two. I have Delgado parallel 1, and Babe Ruth is going to be better versus righties contact-wise. Only thing that he's worse in is the power versus right. Every other hitting attribute he's better in. He's also quicker. He also has better fielding overall, I should say. At first base, he'll have worse fielding because he has that secondary position. However, high bronze, low silver fielding is probably not going to be too much different from each other. But that's worth it for Babe Ruth's well-rounded hitting. I heard a lot of people say Delgado, even though he has solid splits versus lefties, definitely significantly worse because he only has that 82 power. 100 plus power versus both sides would be top tier and a really good option. So if it were me, I would be using him at first base over Delgado and then sliding Delgado to the bench. Or again, use Delgado at first and then put Babe in your outfield. But speaking of our outfield options, obviously we have the big name hitters like Mike Trout. Mike Trout is the main center fielder for many people, and he should still be that if you are someone using him. Don't play Babe Ruth in center field. Right field, you have Clemente a good bit, and obviously Clemente brings the higher contact, all the defense, the other attributes. However, Babe's power is still a big play if you are someone who has not liked Roberto Clemente. However, for me, left field is going to be the spot for Babe. I'm going to hide his bad defense out there. Lower speed, lower range. No, stick him out there. Maybe I'll swap him and Clemente, get Babe in his primary so he has a little bit of better fielding, gets up to that silver fielding rating. But overall, playing him in the corner outfield, there aren't really other guys close to him. David Justice is maybe a little bit close to him hitting wise, but again, he's significantly slower, nearly 10 speed lower if you don't have any parallels on him. So the plus 10 speed is going to help Babe Ruth cover more range in the outfield, despite him having a little bit lower defensive ratings. But again, you got to be careful playing Babe because the fielding ratings are going to be a little low. He might botch a couple balls in the outfield. And I just see there are not really other outfielders at this point in the game right now really close to Babe Ruth hitting hitting wise. Tomorrow, the new featured program drops. A bunch of featured star cards are dropping, and they're probably going to bring 90s in the hitting attributes on average. You know, some of the well-rounded ones probably gonna have some attributes just as close to Babe Ruth, but not all of them. So all I gotta say is right now, I can confidently say Babe's gonna be one of the best hitting options in the game for a good bit. If you're looking to put him on your team, you get away with using him in the outfield or the first base if you're looking for that option. I would really recommend using him, or at least giving him a good go. And I do think 400K right now is probably worth it, especially if you are preparing for the upcoming Legend and Flashback collection. George Brett just got announced as the big collection award. So if you're going for him day one, you probably want to get Takashi done because future star cards drop. That'll likely be another voucher to get. That might be the one you have to skip if you're looking to get that collection done ASAP, because future star cards, you're probably not gonna be able to get enough right away when that program drops. Basically, you're gonna want to get this collection done if you're trying to get George Brett ASAP. If not, you can definitely get away with skipping it. However, you probably want to skip one of Takashi or the cover athletes. If you, a lot of people have enough face to franchises where, you know, you are saving some stubs on that. Takashi cards are about 400K, and then those cover athletes are about 300K. So depending on how many of each of these you have, you may want to consider skipping one of them if you're playing the long con game with the upcoming collection. But now let's hop on into events and give him a little bit of a debut and see how he does and get some reps with him. By the way, I will be sipping on some GFuel during our games here. Use code Scann at checkout. It's actually 30% off until the 6th. So if you're looking to try GFuel, Tetris Blast is an elite flavor. I'm loving it. Give it a go. Use code SCAN for 30% off. And let me know if you happen to be buying some GFuel. Let me know what flavors you get. But now let's hop on into our events and see how we do with Babe. Well, look at Joe Morgan with his first swing. Okay. Okay. Please don't quit before Babe gets up. Yeah. That is what we get Babe Ruth for. We get 2 singles, or I should say a single and a home run. And then Babe comes up and we hit a lazy ground out. Literally everyone is gonna get a hit except for Babe Ruth. Apparently that's what's going on here. Literally everyone in this game is gonna get a hit except for Babe Ruth. Watch. Oh my goodness, literally everyone, dude. Oh no, he threw home. Oh no. What is going on this game? So I think both of my worst swings in this game so far are with Babe Ruth. And then a really... Look at Kirky. All right, we're trying our hardest to get Babe up. That's all we're trying to do here. We're just trying our hardest to get the Bambino up. All right. The Babe. The great Bambino. Oh, Babe. Did you? Did you? My disappointment is immeasurable and my day has been ruined. Okay, he has a hit. He has a hit, which is a big first step. It's a big first step in the Babe Ruth saga. Get through. Lefty, lefty. Babe Ruth had got 2 singles. And there were the games with Babe Ruth. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed in how I did with him. However, it was entirely user error. I mean, there weren't really good PCIs that were hard hit outs that I was disappointed in. That was just good old Scann not putting up good swings. I'm gonna be playing more of this event later on stream, so swing by the Twitch. We'll be playing for more event wins, and we'll probably play some ranked with him over the next season. Not the last you'll be seeing of Babe Ruth, so follow the Twitch. Check me out over there if you want to see more of the great Bambino. But tomorrow and this weekend, we have a lot of new content, so make sure you're subbed to the channel for all of the uploads I have in store. giving my feedback on the upcoming collection. Like I mentioned, George Brett is confirmed, so we'll be trying to get him tomorrow and debut him then. So make sure you're subbed to keep up with all the content on the channel in case you are brand new. I appreciate you all watching. You have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all again on the next video later this weekend. Deuces.